Nolan Booth, the second most wanted art thief in the world. Special Agent John Hartley.
When I first watched Red Notice, it felt like Netflix had cracked the code for assembling a dream team. Dwayne Johnson, Ryan Reynolds, and Gal Gadot all in one frame. The idea of an art heist with a twist? Yes, please. Sure, critics didn't shower it with praise, but fans couldn't stop streaming it. Now here's the juicy part. Netflix originally planned 2 sequels to be shot back-to-back. Sounds ambitious, right? Well, hold that excitement because the future of this trilogy is now up in the air. Scott Stuber, Netflix's head honcho of original films, dropped an update that felt more like a plot twist than the actual movie. At the reopening of the iconic Egyptian theater, he revealed that the focus is currently on perfecting the script for Red Notice 2. It's all about nailing the story this time, which, honestly, is a smart move. Nobody wants another flashy film that critics shred to bits. Here's what Stuber said in a nutshell. The team is analyzing what worked and what didn't in the first movie. They want to capture the heist vibes, amp up the twists, and make the sequel worth the hype. And with global stars like Reynolds, Gadot, and Johnson, the bar isn't just high, it's sky high. And let's not forget, though, that Red Notice had its struggles. It spent years in development, got caught in the COVID-19 chaos, and still came out feeling a bit rushed. Critics called it derivative, which stings for a movie that carried a $200 million price tag. That's serious cash for what many felt was a surface-level flick. But here's the silver lining. Netflix seems to be learning. They're stepping back and focusing on storytelling this time. A bold move, but necessary. Remember The Gray Man? It didn't exactly win critics' hearts, but it crushed in viewership. That gave Netflix the confidence to expand that universe with a sequel and spin-offs. If they can repeat that trick with Red Notice 2, this franchise might just turn from lukewarm to legendary. For now, it's all about patience. Stuber's team is trying to avoid the trap of rushing into sequels. They want quality, not just quantity. It's a gamble, but if it pays off, Red Notice 2 might just redeem this franchise and make Netflix's massive investments worthwhile. And Netflix is doubling down with plans to film Red Notice 2 and 3 back-to-back. Imagine the logistics here: locations, cast schedules, and 2 entire movies being planned simultaneously. It's a lot, but if anyone can handle it, it's this star-studded team. With 2 sequels being prepped and the WGA strike stalling script revisions, filming hasn't even started. Then there's the small matter of the cast's jam-packed schedules. Johnson, Gadot, and Reynolds are some of the busiest stars in Hollywood, juggling multiple projects at any given time. Realistically, Red Notice 2 won't hit Netflix until late 2025 or even 2026. As for Red Notice 3, let's not even think about that timeline just yet. One step at a time, right? It's safe to assume that Dwayne Johnson, Gal Gadot, and Ryan Reynolds will all reprise their roles. The ending of Red Notice practically screams sequel. Remember how Hartley and Black teamed up against Booth, only for Booth to get his revenge by freezing their bank accounts? That setup has reluctant team-up written all over it. Expect plenty of banter, double crosses, and heist shenanigans in the sequel. There's also a strong chance Ritu Arya's character, Inspector Urvashi Das, will return. After all, someone needs to chase this trio around the globe. But beyond that, casting news will likely remain a mystery until the scripts are finalized. From Russia to the Amazon, the film served up action sequences that don't hold back. There's a bullfighting arena, an ancient Nazi bunker, and even a waterfall chase scene. It's like the writer sat down and asked, how much adrenaline can we pack into 2 hours? The answer? A lot. But critics called the movie predictable, shallow, and a cliché buffet. Some even said the big-name stars were phoning it in. Seriously? It's as if they expected The Godfather instead of a fun, over-the-top action comedy. Yes, the storyline leans on familiar tropes, heists, shootouts, double crosses, but that's the charm. It's not trying to reinvent the genre. It's here to make you laugh, gasp, and cheer. Critics also claim the cast lacked chemistry, but come on. Watching Ryan Reynolds throw zingers at The Rock while Gal Gadot outsmarts them both is worth the price of admission. While critics nitpicked, the audience spoke loud and clear. Red Notice is a winner. With a 92% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes, it's Netflix's most popular movie of all time. Clearly, fans loved the mix of explosive action and razor-sharp humor. Reynolds, as always, steals the show with his sarcastic wit and goofy charm. If you've ever wondered what Deadpool would be like as an art thief, this is your answer. Then there's The Rock, who brings his signature blend of muscle and deadpan humor, perfectly complementing Reynolds' chaos. And let's not forget Gal Gadot, who owns her role as the seductive and cunning Bishop. Seeing her play a villain after her stint as Wonder Woman is refreshing, and she nails every scene. What sets Red Notice apart is its ability to balance intense action with laugh-out-loud moments. Whether it's a high-speed chase or an awkward prison escape, the movie knows when to amp up the adrenaline and when to lighten the mood. The banter between Johnson and Reynolds is especially brilliant. Think buddy cop vibes, but with more sass and explosions. Now let's face it, sometimes you just want a movie that's pure entertainment. No deep existential themes, no overly complicated plots, just good old-fashioned fun. Red Notice delivers exactly that. It's the kind of film you can watch with a bowl of popcorn, laughing at Reynolds' one-liners while marveling at the stunning locations and crazy stunts. Plus, it's not every day you get to see three megastars share the screen, each bringing their A-game. Whether it's Reynolds' comedic timing, Johnson's action hero swagger, or Gadot's magnetic presence, there's something for everyone. But here's the scoop. Red Notice 2 might not be happening anytime soon. And no, it's not because of some budget issue or Netflix's whims. It's reportedly because of a real-life clash between two Hollywood heavyweights, Ryan Reynolds and Dwayne Johnson. Apparently, things on the set of Red Notice weren't as smooth as the movie made them seem. Ryan, known for his razor-sharp wit, was reportedly fuming over Dwayne's not-so-punctual habits. Rumor has it, The Rock once showed up a whopping 5 hours late to set. Now, Ryan isn't exactly the type to brush off tardiness with a chuckle, and this allegedly led to a heated argument. What followed? A fallout so big that the two didn't speak for years. TMZ spilled the tea that the duo has since patched things up, but there's still no solid news about the sequel moving forward. Sure, they've buried the hatchet, but maybe the wounds are still too fresh for another collaboration? Or is this just Hollywood drama getting in the way of fan dreams? Fans of the first film are left with more questions than answers. Will these two powerhouses reunite for Red Notice 2? Or has the ship sailed faster than an Interpol chase scene? Whatever the case, the delay is a bummer, and honestly, we deserve answers. Maybe a little more professionalism next time, right? But if the first movie is anything to go by, we're in for another wild ride filled with clever twists, explosive action, and plenty of laughs. For now, though, if you haven't watched Red Notice yet, do yourself a favor and hit play. Critics may have missed the mark, but trust me, this movie is everything you need for a fun and thrilling escape. And that's a wrap on the Red Notice 2 updates. If the first movie was a roller coaster of action, humor, and jaw-dropping twists, the sequel is bound to dial it up even more, whenever it finally drops. Will Reynolds and Johnson bring the magic back? Will Gal Gadot outsmart them again? Only time will tell. Meanwhile, don't wait around. Revisit Red Notice and relive the heist vibes that made it Netflix's biggest hit. Smash that like button, subscribe for more updates, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Are you Team Ryan, Team Dwayne, or just here for the chaos? Let's hear it!